Okay, let's go ahead and call her. Hold your hand up.
Come.
Say it louder.
Come.
Now what are you supposed to do?
Okay.
Cross your arms and look up. Now go ahead and make a kissing sound. There you go. Now raise it up and lower it. Say come and scratch her on her chin. Come.
Come.
Good job. All right, Mom, let's have Mom go next.
Come.
Good. Come.
Come.
Now, eventually, she's just going to start sitting in front of you on her own. Then we don't have to raise our arm up. We only do that to get her to sit. All right, buddy, you ready? Your turn. Let's hold one out and put our other hand at her side. And go ahead and say, come.
Come.
Raise it. Come.
Come.
We want to put a little bit of a pause in between each one. Come. 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 Perfect. All right, your sister's going to go next.
Your turn. Come here.
Nope, just come.
Come.
Give it to her right away. Come. Come.
Come.
So as soon as her butt hits the floor, we want to say come. Give her that treat immediately. All right, let's do it one more time.
Come.
Just really loud.
Cross your arms.
Crush it. There you go. All right.
Go.
All right, now sit down and we're just going to say her name and come. Really loud.
Elsa, come.
Raise it.
Raise.
Come.
Come.
Come. Come. Mom's turn.
Come.
You're holding it high. Hold it with a 90 degree. There you go.
Elsa. Come. You only have 3 more.
All right. Okay. So basically, let's talk about how we're going to do this. So what I would do is have you guys practice. So you want to have at least 3 people doing it. Now, initially, I would do it with each dog separately so that the dog knows to come. And then eventually we can use the competition I mentioned to you earlier. But what we want to do is at first we start out in a room like this where everybody's about 10 feet apart. Then the next thing, after they start coming consistently right away, then maybe he sits over there in the kitchen at one of those chairs. Maybe somebody sits on the bench by the door. So we gradually start making the circle a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, and the dog has to go beyond line of sight eventually, and then upstairs and downstairs. Okay. So we want the dog to understand, anytime I get called, if I come to that person, something good happens. Yeah. I get a treat. Yeah. So the more that you practice this, and eventually you say come, and the dog will come on command, she being more of the trouble dog, or not the trouble dog, but the dog who is more obstinate. And for her, since she's such a pleaser, she's not going to need as much practice. Now, once she's got it good,
What's she doing? She's licking my hair.
She's doing something.
So if she's doing something you want to hiss first, and then you stand up abruptly and turn to face her. That's your way of saying, hey, I don't agree with what you're doing.
You're getting in my business.
Exactly. So basically, for the sit or for the recall exercise, I would have you guys practice this. Again, do it in gradual progressions. Again, 4 or 5 treats for each person, so that's a good amount. But you want to keep training to a good 3 to 5 minute interval, and then stop, and then do it a couple hours later. So maybe we do it in the morning, we do it in the afternoon, we do it in the evening, on the weekends, whenever we want. But gradually make it a little bit more challenging, so that the dog knows if I come to the human, I get a benefit. And that was a great job of correcting, and you got a good response.
Still the last 2.
You're making me look good. I might get a tip. You could eat them. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could.
You would